Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to be reviewing Beneath the Planet of the Apes. So, Beneath the Planet of the Apes stars James Franson, and what this film is about, it's about another spaceship crashing onto this planet, and James Franson is trying to look for Charlton Heston, and Nova is trying to help James Franson look for Charlton Heston, and then they find out there's something beneath the Planet of the Apes. So what did I think of this movie? This was a bad movie. Wow. Talk about a terrible sequel, especially how great the original is, and following up with this piece of garbage sequel. Wow. Let's get into the positives. I do have some positives with this movie, and the positives are the acting in this movie. The acting is still good in this movie. James Franson, I thought was pretty good, not as interesting as a main character as, Charlton Heston, but I still liked him in this movie. Nova, I still liked. Also, Charlton Heston is in this movie, but he's not even in it that much. Still like the makeup effects on the apes, that still looks good. So yeah, those are really only my positives with this movie. Now let's get right into my negatives, and I have a bunch of negatives with this movie. I mean, just the pacing of this movie is so slow. You're disinterested the entire time of this movie. You keep on checking your watch each and every single time with this movie, That's how disinterested you are with this movie. You could care less what's happening in this movie. The story is very bland and forgettable. That's the best way I can describe it. This is a forgettable movie. It really is. It's very bland, forgettable, boring, The writing is not all that great with this movie. Now, they try and throw in something else when they find out what's beneath the Planet of the Apes. It's just like, what? You're leaving me confused. What is going on in this movie, It just leaves you confused, and you're like, what is going on? And by the way, the apes aren't really even featured all that much in this movie. If you really see, they're not really featured all that much in this movie, even though it has Planet of the Apes in the title, they're not even featured all that much in this movie. It's just so weird to me. Yeah, the directing's not even all that great with this movie. It really isn't. The one that directed the first one doesn't even direct this one. I think his name is Ted Foster. He directs this one. Didn't really do a good job all that much with the directing. So yeah, but the one thing that made me mad about this movie was the ending to this movie. What was this ending? What type of an ending? Listen, you go from one of the best endings of all time to possibly making one of the worst endings of all time. I wanted to give two big middle fingers to the screen. That's how bad this ending was. Oh my goodness. It was a terrible ending. It was a terrible ending. I'm not going to spoil it, just in case if you want to see this movie, but it's terrible, this ending. What? You're going to end it like that? It's just... Guys, this is not a good movie. This was a terrible sequel, in my opinion. Bad way to follow up the original. So it's time for my official grade on Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and my official grade on Beneath the Planet of the Apes is a D. Reason I'm giving it a D and not an F is because I still like the acting in this movie, and the makeup effects on the apes still at least look pretty good. So yeah, that's the only reason why I'm giving it a D and not an F. So what do you guys think of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we will see you all tomorrow for my review for Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Peace.